All right, what's good? What's good, man? Let's get into it. Let's talk about my boy, my fellow Boomer Sooner, Baker Mayfield, the man who won a Heisman at Oklahoma and is currently balling right now. I'm not gonna lie, Baker Mayfield is balling right now, and I just want to give a little disclaimer. My Wi-Fi is kind of messing up here. So if I go back to the regular screen, just if I flip back and forth, just know I'm just checking if the Wi-Fi is good. That's really it. But I want to talk about Baker Mayfield, man, and why this guy. Shout out to Baker. Shout out to Baker for all the struggles he went through, just everything, and just persevering. You know what I'm saying? He was in that cluster fest that we call Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? The Browns. And listen, I got some Browns fans on my channel. Shout out to y'all. None but love for y'all. Cleveland. I don't know if you're Cavs fans because, I'm, the Cavs, y'all got my boy Donovan. But at the same time, listen, you see what Watson, you saw it with Jameis. I mean, it's just like Cleveland. I'm sorry. It's just not it, bro. I don't know what it is. You guys are just cursed. It's one of those football curses. We just don't know. We just don't know. The Lions have it, even though they're cooking right now. The Lions have it. You have it. The Bills have it, even though they're cooking right now. Who else? The Chargers have it, even though they're cooking right now. But the Cowboys, the last 30 years have it. The Bengals have it. Like at the end of the day, bro, the Browns are just cursed. I don't know what it is. You guys get a first-round quarterback in Baker Mayfield, and you couldn't make it work. I get he went to a playoffs, won you guys a playoff game against your arch rival, Pittsburgh Steelers. I get that. I understand that. But the simple fact that he's in Tampa Bay balling, he wasn't really balling besides that 1 year he went to the playoffs. He's balling right now. 2 years in a row with Tampa Bay. And say what you want. I mean, they won a playoff game. They beat Philly. And they're probably going to win that division because the Falcons are 6-6. The Tampa Bay are 7-6, so I know that. I get that. Who else? Well, the Falcons are 6-7. The Bucks are 7-6, and I think they have the tiebreaker over the Falcons. But at the same time, Baker is balling, and you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Rich Gannon back in the day. Rich Gannon didn't start off his career that hot. Then he started picking up towards the end of the year. Granted, some of that had to do with John Gruden, even though I think he went to the Super Bowl without John Gruden. But at the same time, listen, maybe that's what Baker needed. That's what Baker needed. He needed a culture change. He just needed everything. I mean, I'll say this. It looks like Baker won instead of the Browns. I'm just saying. I mean, it looks like Baker won instead of the Browns because at the end of the day, listen, Cleveland, you guys are stuck with Deshaun Watson and that contract. And it's bad. And listen, as someone who believed in Deshaun, as someone who liked Deshaun in college, liked Deshaun in Houston, this is bad. It's bad, man. But at the same time, I mean, you guys probably going to get a quarterback soon. You know what I'm saying? And Baker probably just needed a culture change. You feel me? Maybe he just needed a culture change. And, I'm here for it. Shout out to Baker cooking up. Let's look at his stats. Baker Mayfield, a little over 3,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He's tied for third in the NFL right now. He's tied for third, bro. Baker is balling. And I even made a video. I made a video saying Baker, is going to cook. And ironically enough, I compared him to Rich Gannon, and they're playing the Raiders right now. And they just won 28-13. At the same time, listen, man, look. Quarterbacks need a system, all right? They need a coach. They need a system for them, you feel me? They need a system for them. And Baker's system, besides that 1 year, himself did not fit in that system. He didn't fit in the system with the Panthers. But with the Rams, Baker was cooking with the Rams. People forgot about that. Baker was cooking with the Rams. If the Rams were smart, they would have kept Baker on the bench. I know Stafford is, quote, balling, but Baker's still younger than Stafford, and Baker knows the system. I would just say, if I'm Sean McVay, I would have been like, all right, I don't have to rebuild. I got Baker here. He knows these guys from practice and stuff, and he knows my system. Baker was cooking. I remember that Thursday night game where he beat that bum Derek Carr. I actually made a video about it. Go look it up. It's one of my favorite videos out there because screw Derek Carr. And by the way, shout out to Tampa for winning that division instead of Derek Carr's sorry self, which saying Derek Carr ran. But I said it. Sean McVay knows how to take quarterbacks and make established quarterbacks, other than Jared Goff, who Jared Goff was in the league before Sean McVay took over. But at the same time, he made Jared Goff work. He made Matthew Stafford work and won a ring with them. And he made Baker Mayfield work until, Stafford came back. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is there. And that's why I compare him to Rich Gannon. Now, granted, do I think, and ironically enough, I think Rich Gannon lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. Now, do I think Baker's going to bring him to the Super Bowl? Do I think he's going to win a ring like Brad Johnson did with the Bucs? No. But at the same time, hey, shout out to Baker Mayfield and shout out to the Bucs fans. You know what I'm saying? You guys went from Super Bowls with Brady to, second round exits with Baker Mayfield. You feel me? It is what it is. Baker Mayfield's one of my favorites. Boomer Sooner. You feel me? Let me know your thoughts. And let me know your thoughts on Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers and what you think they're going to do. RJ out.